To make our beef pot pie, we have our wonderful ingredients here. We have some wine that we had cooked our beef chunks with. Our beef chunks is already cooked up and done for us here, because I believe in trying for us to kind of save some time. If you want to know how to cook the beef chunks, how I seasoned it, seared it, and then cooked it to get nice and tender soft in my crock pot, I'll link up my pumpkin soup video and you'll see how I did that. We have our red and yellow bell peppers. We have some zucchini here that I chopped up with a little bit of yellow squash. We have our egg and some water in it for our puff pastry to do our egg wash. And we have our veggie broth here. We have our kale, and we have our onions and our celery and carrots. And we have our potatoes and our sweet potatoes and our roasted garlic that I had roasted up and cut up into pieces. We have our friends always, our Himalayan salt and black pepper. And we have our red and Marcella wine that I like to cook with that I have put in our beef broth when I made it. I had also included some beef better than bouillon when I made it. And we have some butter and some cayenne pepper here. And some heavy cream. Gotta have that to kind of get that creaminess for our nice sauce that will be inside our pot pie. Now, this is not your typical ingredients that usually goes with a pot pie, but I do believe in bringing something different. Some of the people that are going to be eating this don't eat corn necessarily, so I couldn't do the mixed vegetables. So I still want to have something that was nutrient dense and flavorful. And so this has so much beautiful vitamins and richness in here for our bodies. So this is what I brought to you. The sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, the beautiful colors of the bell peppers and the squashes and the kale. And of course our mirepoix, which is our onions and our celery and carrots. Okay, so let's get to cooking. I'm gonna add my garlic. My garlic was roasted that I minced. Add my garlic. I'm also gonna add my kale. So here's our kale, potatoes, sweet potatoes, our red and yellow bell peppers, our onions, and our carrots and celery is already in here too. So now we're gonna add the beef that we had cooked up in here. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do this a little at a time. So we have our pot pie filling here with our beef chunks, and we had our potatoes and our kale and our bell peppers. So we're gonna fill this up here, and we're gonna put our puff pastry on top of it. Let's get our filling going. I've already cut out our puff pastry oval shape. And we cooked our beef chunks in the pressure cooker. And you can see the pumpkin soup video, like I said, for that, how to cook the beef chunks. And here is my covering for the beef pot pie. We're using puff pastry to get that nice flaky crust. Now, it's going to go into high heat so it will kill any bacteria, although my hands are clean. Just want to tell you guys that. Okay, and I just took little designs, have them put a little water here before I egg wash it. And just put my little crafty little designs that I had here. Okay. Put this right here. Then I will egg wash it. Here goes my other one. And then let me egg wash it. We get that in the oven. Okay. And this will help give it that beautiful golden color that we love to see, like on baked goods. Again, brushing the egg wash on these little pot pies. These individual pot pies. Okay. And then I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Our beef chunks has vitamins B6, B12, iron, selenium, and zinc. Olive oil, E and K, puff pastry, B3, B9, K, iron, magnesium. Our vegetable broth, A and iron. Our butter, A, B12, D, E, and K2. Cream, A, D, and calcium. We had put a little bit of all-purpose flour to help our beef to thicken in its gravy. So it's folic acid, iron, niacin, riboflavin, thiamine. Our onions, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Garlic, B6, C, manganese, and selenium. We had seasoned it with Montreal steak seasoning, which is A, C, D, calcium, iron, potassium. Some onion powder, which is B, C, calcium, iron, manganese, and potassium, and some garlic powder. B6, C, calcium, iron, and magnesium. We have our red and yellow bell peppers, A, B2, B6, C, folate, niacin, potassium. Kale, E, calcium, folate, magnesium, potassium. Zucchini, A, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Yellow squash, A, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Sweet potatoes, A, B2, B5, B12, C, beta-carotene, potassium. Potatoes, B1, B3, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Our Marcella wine, A, C, D, calcium, iron, potassium. Himalayan salt, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium. Black pepper, A, B1, B2, B5, B6, C, E, K, cayenne pepper, B, K, magnesium, potassium. And egg, A, B2, B5, B6, B12, E, D, K, and iron. Real facts. 11.8% of people living in suburban and metropolitan areas are food insecure. The lack of transportation, public and non-public, makes it harder to get to the stores. To learn more, you can visit us at jdhcdc.org. Well, guys, I have some cute Popeyes individual in my little ramekins. One like this, beef Popeye, and one like this. Same thing, but I guess one's a little smaller portion. Which one do I want? Which one do you want? Let's dig in here. Let's go for the bigger. All right, so here's our puff pastry. Oh boy. Okay, here's our nice crust. Oh, you see the vegetables in here? Look at the veggies. Look at the beef right on the puff pastry. Then you see that red and yellow bell pepper just peekabooing its head out. Peekabooing. And the meat is stuck with the kale right here on the puff pastry. And then we're going to dig in here. Let's see. Now, this taste has a little tiny kick to it, but that cream, telling you, these like little sauces in here, not everything. Wow. The meat, so tender. The puff pastry makes it decadent, of course. Mm-hmm. Mm. Super good. Nice and rich and nice balance. Sweetness of the sweet potato. With a little bit of the kick. Listen. This is a nice, great, authentic food. Great, nice comfort food for chilly days or just even when you just want to feel good. Oh, here's our call to action. Don't forget to click the like button by giving me a virtual hug. When you do that, that lets me know that you're enjoying the content I'm putting out for you. And allows me to go back to my thinking lab to say, hey, what else can I do for you? What can I recreate for you? Or what can I create from scratch for you? And if you're new to this channel, welcome. Well, I welcome you here with open arms and great big hugs. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. And hit that bell notification so you can know every time I upload a new video. And also share this channel with your family and friends. They'll appreciate and thank you. And I thank you for hanging out with me today and eating with me virtually. And next time you too can eat this physically like I did. And if you do decide to do this, if you add something different or you do the same thing, comment below and let me know because I do answer the comments. I look forward to you hanging out with you again today and another time. Thank you for hanging out with me today, but I look forward to hanging out with you again. I thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate you. Thank you. Love you. Bye.